Thank you for joining us on today's Goldeyes Show. I'm your host, Theo Tutkaluk from ASTV, brought to you by The Common inside the Forks, just a home run or two from Shaw Park. On today's episode, we have a chance to talk to newcomer Jordan Hobey, infielder for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, playing the left side. Talk about his position and what he likes to think about when a bunt is hit, among other questions, of course. And then we talk to the big right-hander, middle relief pitcher. Great conversation with Marcus Crescentini. Yes, he is Italian, and yes, he's got a lot of great things to say about Winnipeg, as well as his home in Florida, and the 3 key rules for youngsters when it comes to picking a sport and playing a sport. We'll be right back with those interviews here on the Goldeyes Show.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Caisse Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Caisse Financial Group today.
Welcome to this week's installment on the Goldeyes Show, brought to you by The Common inside the Forks. I'm your host, Theo Tutkaluk, alongside with my first guest, Mr. Hobey. How are you, Jordan?
Pretty good.
Number 55, right?
Yeah.
Number 1 in our hearts this week, because he decided to do this out of his own kindness, and we thank you very much for joining us.
Of course.
So, Jordan, newcomer to the Goldeyes, 4 games in. What do you like of Winnipeg so far?
It's been great. I've only been here for a couple of days, but I was really excited to get up here. So, just enjoying every moment. But it's been awesome.
I love talking to baseball players because of their accents. Now, it says you're from Omaha, but you're close. You were born somewhere near Omaha?
I was born in Illinois, like by St. Louis.
Okay. So he has that southern accent. He likes that southernness to it. Talk about playing in the States versus Canada. What's the difference that you notice between the fans? Obviously, the weather's different. But what do you take from playing away from home or playing at a home park?
The first thing I noticed was how loud the crowd was on Canada Day. It was awesome. Every time something good happened, it was crazy how loud the fans got. And even when something bad happened, you could tell just a sigh. So the energy it was awesome, and just how the fans reacted to the game was really cool.
The passion here at Shaw Park is definitely electric, both good and bad. And when you guys are doing well, you get a lot of great fans, and they love seeing you guys do well. So having you on the field, you're infield now?
Yeah.
Okay. What side of the field are you playing on?
Left side.
Okay. So when it comes, how do you prepare? I also ask the infielders sometimes this question: how do you prepare for when a ball is being struck, or you know that there is going to be a swing on a ball? What do you do to prepare for that?
For me, I'm just trying to get a hop, but just trying to make sure you're ready for every pitch. You never know when you're going to get some action. So I played the first game and didn't get a single ball hit to me. So you just always got to be on your toes and be prepared.
What do you say in your brain when you see a bunt?
Just get in there and
go
get it. Yeah.
You don't say "oh damn" or something like that.
No, I just kind of react and
get on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right on. So mostly play the infield your whole life, or
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you emulate growing up, or who did you watch a lot? Say I want to be just like that guy.
I really like Derek Jeter a lot. When you're a kid, kind of who doesn't like Derek Jeter? And I played shortstop for most of my team, so that was kind of like my role model, just how he carried himself and how he played the game.
So DJ over Nomar?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not disliking Nomar, but
just DJ was that much better?
Mm-hmm.
I was a Yankees fan too. I like number 2. He's better than number 5. Okay, good. Right on. So a couple days in Winnipeg, fans are good. Had a chance to check out some of the city, some of the sights, some of the sounds. They're mostly just baseball related and sticking to business.
No, yeah. After the game last night, I got to meet my host family, and they were awesome. So I got a good night's sleep, and haven't done much sightseeing yet, but hopefully sometime soon.
Okay. Of the cities you've been able to play in, what's your favorite ballpark that you've been able to visit?
Oh man. At Creighton we played at TD Ameritrade, so that's pretty awesome. So I'd have to say that's definitely number 1, if not definitely up there. So
we were Creighton University, big school baseball-wise, right? Yep. We have a pretty good program. How do you manage the schedule of playing on the field and the books and the academic side of things?
Oh, it's tough. Our advisors do a great job. Steve Brace is my guy, but they help us out a lot. Just managing your time and doing your best you can to stay organized and prepared on and off the field.
We talked to a lot of student athletes, a lot of professional athletes that do talk about the academics. I'm glad you brought that up because it's so important to balance the academics and the athletics because there is life after baseball. Right now you get to love baseball, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So I haven't seen you play yet, but I will shortly. What is your song that you come out to when you come to the batter's cage or batter's circle and when you get your name called? Why did you choose that song and what is it?
Right now it's Trying to Yeah by Kevin Gates. I always switch it up, but it's just a song that I've been listening to. I just like the feel of it. So.
Okay. That's the type of music you listen to?
Yeah, for the most part. I listen to everything. But,
listen to everything, okay. So what's in your podcast or your playlist outside of that?
Everything.
I put you on the spot.
Everything.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I like a lot of different artists.
Okay.
So
more country, more hip hop.
More hip hop.
More
for
hip
sure.
hop. Okay.
Yeah.
So a little. I don't know. Who's Drake?
I like Drake.
Okay. I like Drake. Okay. Right on. So favorite food outside of the park?
Favorite food?
If your host family had to cook you dinner, what would it be? What would you ask for?
A couple months ago, I probably would have said like chicken Alfredo, but I started getting the steak a lot. So I'm a kind of big steak guy all of a sudden. So it's been cool.
Growing up, playing in the youngsters, playing into college, what would be a couple of pieces of advice you would give young players looking to get into that next level or continue playing baseball as their amour of their life?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like believing in yourself and in like what you can do. There's a lot of times where you like compare yourself to others and then you try and make changes and you find yourself just drifting of what you're capable of doing. So I think for me, just believing in yourself and working hard to achieve your goals, I guess.
What was the one thing you always had to work hard on? For basketball players, it's free throws. For hockey players, it's a wrist shot. For baseball players, is it the ground balls in the infield? Is it just hand-eye coordination? What is that one thing that kind of separates the cherry from the whipped cream?
I think ever since I was a kid, I was really good defensively, but hitting is something that I always kind of struggled with, or just like wasn't really like knowing what I was doing. So I think hitting would be the thing that I would say need the most work on it.
Work on thing?
Up, yeah.
Okay. Jordan, I want to thank you very much. Anyone want to say hi to back home, perhaps?
No. Hi, Mom and Dad. But no, not really. So I'm just happy to be here. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on joining the Goldeyes here. A couple months left in the season. The boys will be in town all weekend, right? Until I think the 7th of July. So come and check them at Shaw Park and some fun nights ahead. Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah, thank you.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Here on the Goldeyes Show, joining me number 50, Marcus Crescentini. Hope I said that right.
You got it right on.
And he's not a relief pitcher, but a middle relief pitcher, correct?
Yeah, middle late.
Middle late.
Yeah.
Okay, so we looked at the stats. I had to do some research here. 16 innings pitched, 18 games appeared. Your walks to strikeout ratio is 1-2, which is pretty darn good. Lots of strikeouts. I'm assuming fastball is your number one pitch?
Yeah, fastball is
What's your go-to number two?
Would be my slider.
The slider?
Yeah,
a lot of
slider.
movement on that sucker?
Yeah, it's the change of speed is something that kind of helps me out, and then it looks real similar to my fastball, so
the key to a great slider is the same motion on the mound, mimicking a fastball. So when a batter sees it, they realize that thing came in 10 miles late, right?
Yeah, 10 miles hours different, and the spin will throw them off and all that stuff. Yeah, everything is about trying to repeat and look the same so you can trick that hitter into swinging at a pitch that they didn't think that was coming.
Okay, so let's go back to Marcus back when you first started throwing the ball. Right-hander.
Right-hander.
Always a pitcher?
Pretty much always a pitcher. I played a little bit of some other positions when I was younger, and then once I got to high school, it was pretty clear that pitching was my future, so that's what I stuck with.
So pitching was the upper echelon position for you. Fastball back in the day, how fast were you throwing it in high school?
I mean, probably 90 miles an hour in high school, yeah. I would sit around like 88. I didn't really start throwing kind of hard until my first year of college.
Where was college?
My first year of college, I went to Indian River State College, which is a junior college in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Okay, JUCO.
Yeah, and then I went to University of Tampa and then finished up at Missouri Baptist.
Right on.
In St. Louis.
Those schools, like those JUCO schools, I mean, people think, they're JUCO. But the thing is, there's a lot of talent in baseball and football as well that go to these programs looking to make it to the next level, right?
Yeah, the thing with junior college is you can get drafted after your first year.
Yeah.
So for me, I knew I wanted to play baseball, so I figured go to junior colleges was the easiest way for me to get to that goal of mine. And I ended up there, so it worked out pretty good.
Good for you.
After junior college.
After junior college, yeah. It happens.
Still ended up there.
Right on, cool. So you went from Indian
River.
Indian River to UT?
Yep.
Tampa,
University
not
of Tampa.
Tennessee.
No,
Not
it's
Tennessee, but
UT,
Tampa.
yeah.
There you go, UT. Oh, you played for the Vols. Good.
Yeah.
Right on. What was it like growing up in Florida playing ball? I mean, there's a lot of ball players in Florida. Year-round sport. Did you play baseball year-round?
I played baseball year-round once I got later in high school.
Okay.
But I was never, like, at 12 years old playing travel ball or anything. Actually, I wasn't very good. So I just had a good arm. So I always made teams because I had a good arm.
Okay.
But once I got older and it was time to start looking for a scholarship for college and stuff, that's when I started playing year-round, but I never did year-round.
What other sports did you play then besides
football and golf.
Okay.
Played a lot of golf in high school, some football, and just kind of always really focused on baseball and just being a kid, really. I was always out doing my own thing, and baseball happened a couple of times a week. It wasn't like a everyday thing for me.
So Marcus says, rule 1, focus on being a kid while you're a kid.
Exactly.
There we go. Rule 2, pick several different sports that you want to be good at.
Yep.
But then when you get older, pick one that's pretty decent.
Yeah, pick whatever is the thing that you love the most or the thing that you have the opportunity to move up the highest in. So.
Okay. Rule 3, be properly hydrated.
That's right.
Especially in Florida because it's the swamp.
Boy, I'll tell you, the other night the game was really hot here and people were complaining, it was 80 degrees.
Yep.
And I called my brother back home and he told me it was 115 degrees, and I was like,
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe what happened. Yeah, but it's the same thing. Yeah, you always definitely have to do that down there, especially as a young kid.
I try to teach my son where the story of Gatorade came from, and he finally understands that it's
University
from
of Florida.
University of
Yeah.
Florida, and it's because of the mascot, the Gator. So
Exactly.
it's one of his favorite drinks.
Me too.
Right on. What flavor is your favorite?
The lime green one. I don't know.
Lime green?
Yeah.
We go
Green apple.
The
I'm
green
pretty
apple?
sure, yeah.
They don't have that in Canada. That's only in the States.
I have to bring you a bottle back.
Next time. I like the Gatorade Zero one, the berry one. That's my favorite. I'm a low-calorie kind of guy when it comes to hydration. But water's good too. Yeah. I also found out a very cool thing. I don't know if you did this with your trainers or not in the States, but adding a little bit of salt into drinks added for the hydration.
I've heard about that.
You
I
have
know
it?
if kids start to cramp, they've tried that, and they also have like hydration
Yes.
packets that have.
So good stuff. So
kind of stuff.
Rule 3, keep hydrated. Rule 4, what's your favorite food to have after a game to regenerate and to rework on that tissue repair?
That's a really tough question. I'm a big chicken breast fan. Steak. I like
Proteins.
I'm Italian, so anything
I was
with
gonna
carbs.
say.
Love carbs.
I didn't think you were Dutch with Crescentini,
No,
but okay.
no, definitely big heavy meals, salad.
Okay.
They do a really good job feeding us here,
Yeah.
so we get treated nice. So it's always.
So back home, what would be that home cooking meal that
Oh.
when you go home after the
Oh,
season?
I already know.
You know what it is?
Back home, it's probably some pasta with some kind of sausage or something
There
like
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Do you have like a homemade jambalaya or like that?
Nothing like that. Not really. Mom just kind of figures out whatever she would make, or in the season it's tough because you kind of just got to eat whatever's given to you or whatever's close by.
There you have it.
But
Right on. Have you always been number 50?
number 51 is 51 or 37 were my numbers,
Okay.
but those were both taken, and Cappy definitely.
A little bit of seniority?
Yeah,
Just a little bit?
He gets that one. So
Sure.
And I picked whatever they had left, so it doesn't really matter.
So I asked the non-starting pitchers this question because I always want to know, what is it like when you have to prepare coming into a game? Whether you're up a couple runs, whether you're down a couple runs, whether you're only coming in to face one batter, is it always the same preparation, or is it something different each time you hit the mound?
The thing that I've seen is a lot of people are different. Some people are very set to their routine and they know exactly what they need to get ready and they live by that every single day. For me, it's more of a feel thing. So like if I go out there today and I'm doing my throwing program and my arm feels a little tired, then I'm going to dial it down a little bit to give myself a break. If I have to drink a Red Bull before the 5th inning every day, whatever it may be, just because if I'm feeling a little tired and I might need a little Red Bull or whatever, then that's what I'll have to do. But everybody's different and everybody has kind of found that routine that makes them successful. So,
Sure. So your routine is what? How many pitches do you normally throw before you hit the mound?
Probably 12.
12?
Because I get 12 and then I get 8 more when I go out there to warm up.
Right, okay.
So I should be ready to go by then. I've been doing this long enough to know. Yeah, but I know some other guys like Parker French pitched last night.
Yep.
He's a starter. So he needed a couple more pitches to get ready.
Sure.
But, I mean, it's just kind of, like I said, kind of feeling out what works for you.
Okay.
I know some guys are real tight, like they have to eat Chipotle the day before they pitch, wear the same shoes, and
Rosebud to the front.
Yeah, you know, they have to sit in the left-handed back seat or what, you know, something crazy. But I'm not that way. Just
So
kinda
there's
go
no
with the flow,
superstitions at
No,
all?
not really any superstitions for me.
Okay.
Not that I can think of, at least.
Okay, I asked Jordan earlier, what's his favorite music right now in the iPod? What would yours be?
Ooh, that's a really tough one.
You're more country, hip
No,
hop, top
I don't really
40?
listen- I don't really listen to country a whole lot. I
Okay.
listen to a lot of rap music and a lot of electronic music.
Okay, EDM.
EDM music,
Okay.
yeah. Being from down south, there's
Yeah.
a lot of festivals and stuff.
Absolutely.
So, that's pretty much what I listen to.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the latest thing.
If you had a song and you were going up to bat, like Skip called you up for a pinch hit, what song would you want coming up to the plate?
I would say if I got to pick a walkout song, it would be "Shug" by the Baby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a newer song, and I just like it's
Is
kind
it
of different.
is it neutral to all fans? Is it? Or do we have to hit the non-explicit version?
No, there should be an explicit version.
Okay, so
for sure,
what's
yeah.
it called? Shug?
Yeah. Or "Hustle and Motivation" by Nipsey Hussle is another good one.
right,
I got
okay.
now that we're talking.
Now
about
we've
it,
got to figure it out. Okay,
fired
boom.
off,
So
I'm ready to go. Let's
so
go.
you'll be like Reggie, where he has a new song
Yeah,
every week.
3 weeks.
Like
Yeah,
boom,
every
boom, boom,
couple
new song
days,
like
yeah,
Reggie.
yeah.
Okay, we haven't talked to Reggie about his music, but that's always a question.
That's why pitchers don't get a choice, because then they'd be switching it'd be all kinds of crazy things. out there.
Absolutely. So we covered the food, we covered the music. What about your chemistry with your back catcher? I mean, you got Garcia behind the plate. Signs wise, you guys are on point. But talk about the importance of the chemistry between you and a catcher, knowing the right signs, knowing where people on like opposing players on base, whether they're moving or whether they're sitting, kind of stuff.
I think the catcher and pitcher chemistry is one of the most important things in sports, honestly. Especially for me, I know myself, there's absolutely no way I'd be able to be a catcher, be back there, have balls getting hit off me, and then I have to worry about somebody stealing. I give credit to those guys because they know every single one of us is different. Same with the routines, we're all different. We all have different pitches, we all have different styles, we all have different mentalities. And Kev does a really good job, and so does Cody, especially Cody for being a young guy, never catching a pro ball before.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job learning and figuring out what everybody's trying to do. They go back there, they come out, we have a brief meeting before we get the pitch. You see it, he comes out there after the warm-up pitches and says, what do we got, how we feeling? Boom, this is our plan.
Okay.
And then we go from there. And they both do a great job of kind of communicating with us and letting us know what their plan is compared to what we normally do, and we go from there.
What's it like changing from a team last year, going to playoffs, and then coming to the Goldeyes this year for you?
The team last year was a great team. We were really tight, real good, tight knit guys. We still talk and hang out and talk. Like I just saw Filomeno, who plays for Fargo. This team, I mean, the way it's ran, the fans, everything is just unbelievable. And it was a crazy step coming from Kansas City, then coming here, where we get 5,000 fans at a game, and everybody, we got our names on our backs. It's really awesome here.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that I got the opportunity to come here for sure.
Is it weird hearing fireworks on the 1st of July as opposed to the 4th of
It is a little
July?
different. It definitely was a little different because Canada Day was always like, Canada Day is whatever. But I come here and I see how awesome it is, and it was different. Seeing 4th of July, it was just as big. So it's gonna be weird being away from home for 4th of July because it's the first time that's ever happened.
Okay.
So I'm excited. At least we got the Canada Day, so it was
You might
kinda
have
like
some
the same thing. Yeah.
Well, instead of fireworks in the air, maybe you see the boys hitting some long balls.
Hey, that's all I could
maybe
ask
big
for.
strikeouts.
I would be a lot happier with that than some fireworks.
Getting a 0-run inning.
That
couple
would be great too. Definitely could use that.
Marcus Crescentini, thank you for joining us. It's been a good enlightenment with me.
I appreciate it.
We'll talk more about Gatorade next time.
Yes, sir.
Any message you want to say to Mom and Dad before you go?
Mom, Dad, hello. Everything's going good. I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Right on. This has been the Goldeyes Show, brought to you by the Common Inside the Forks. Thanks for joining us, Marcus.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Couple of great conversations with infielder Jordan Hobey and relief pitcher right-hander Marcus Crescentini. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing and talking with both the boys today on the Goldeyes Show. The Goldeyes are sitting at a 24-18 in record. Now they're currently in a 4-game series with the St. Paul Saints here at Shaw Park, having lost the first one with 3 games remaining. They play tonight, so look forward to seeing the boys, the Fish, getting back in the winning side of things. They are sitting 6 games above 500, and they are sitting in 3rd place as well in the Northern Division. Lots of baseball left, some great action here. If you missed the fireworks here during Canada Day, they were loud, they were large and in charge. I'd like to thank everyone here at Shaw Park and all the Goldeyes that we've had so far on the show. We look forward to seeing how well they do this weekend here at Shaw Park, and look forward to seeing you next week on the Goldeyes Show.